Hello guys! Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Han&Kay. So today's video, ang pag-uusapan natin is what is the difference of sponsorship letter and invitation letter and how to write this kind of letter. Sponsorship and invitation letter have different infos or how you write this and the documents. Some embassies really requiring you to submit this kind of letter, especially if you are the applicant and someone will sponsor you or just invite you to other countries that you're planning to visit. So to avoid confusion, we will explain what is the difference of sponsorship letter and invitation letter when you're submitting it to the embassy. So you have ideas. So let's proceed to the sponsorship letter. So what is sponsorship letter? And guys, you have a sponsor to other countries that you plan to visit and they are willing to pay and sponsor all your expenses from your visa. For this is close to your heart, like a family member or a partner that you like to visit. So they are the one that will sponsor your trip. So what are the things that they will sponsor you? For example, your expenses in your trip going to his or her country, your food expenses, your hotel accommodation, or they allow you to stay in their apartment, and as well, they will be the one pay your all visa expenses and like your insurance and two-way return flight tickets. So they're the one will sponsor all your trip or will pay your travel expenses during it was included in the sponsorship letter. So what are the documents that you need to provide when submitting a sponsorship letter? Once you are the sponsor of that applicant that you like to invite to see or meet him or her in your country. So not only in Schengen country, but also in other countries like Asia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Europe, America, like all. So this is about for all countries. So not only for European. So what are the documents that you need to provide for the sponsorship letter? Of course, number one, passport of the sponsor, diba? Scan copy of his passport, his or her passport. Some countries, they don't provide a passport. Like, for example, in Croatia, some citizens in Croatia, they don't have a passport. Some residents or citizens living there, they provide a residence ID. So, to prove his identity. So, you can add that as well. If that person that your sponsor don't have a passport, he or she can provide a residence ID or proof of identity. Next is, if this sponsor already visit you as well in the Philippines, it's also good to provide a proof of stamp in his or her passport in the Philippines. Especially ito yung guys yung mga you have a foreign partner. So they also visit you in Philippines. So this is also one of the good documents that you need to provide. Proof of his or her passport stamp when visiting you, entry and exit stamp in the Philippines. Next is proof of relationship. We should also add this if also for a foreign partner or a family member, diba? Some just little photos, not much but little photos. You can put it in the bond paper. And then, yeah, kahit ilang piraso lang. Next is, to prove that he can sponsor you, they need to provide is, the number one is, not only the sponsorship letter, but also they call it, some countries, or like Schengen, they have a Berflechtung Serklarung or formal obligation. In the Philippines as well, we have naman, they call it affidavit of support, that you are really sponsoring someone to your country. So, yan. Additional, proof that he can sponsor you is proof that he's employed, like that. Certificate of employment, 3 months payslip, updated. If you cannot provide a Berflechtung Serklarung or affidavit of support, provide some foreigners are medyo strict when it comes to bank statement. But if they are not strict and they can provide it as well, yeah, additional din yung bank statement that it was certified from the bank, and 6 months statement of account, like that. So, it's ano lang naman, yung bank statement, it's up to you, pero hindi siya required. But if you can provide that, then provide a Berflechtung Serklarung, it's better the bank statement. Pero if you cannot provide the bank statement, ang mas magandang isubmit is Berflechtung Serklarung or yung affidavit of support. And if this is also your family members that sponsor you, you need to provide as well a birth certificate kung anak mo yon, or yeah. And if it's spouse naman, marriage certificate, like that. So, yan. Yan yung para sa sponsorship letter. So, let's proceed naman sa invitation letter. So, ang invitation letter, it is a letter that inviting you, like a family, friends, or relatives. Especially if there's an event, like wedding, social occasion, like that. Or, you want to invite from a neighbor or friends, like that. So, meron ding, ang invitation letter is like a personal invitation letter. Someone, for example, if that person is new to that country and not yet legally, wala pa siyang residence permit, there's a chance na hindi ka maka-process nitong visa kasi, especially if bago lang siya doon nakatira. So, you need as well to, if you are really inviting, you really need to have a residence permit rather than passport. So, yeah. There's a chance na hindi mag-grant yung visa mo. Lalo na kung bago ka pa lang and you're not legally staying sa country na yon. There's a chance na yung i-invite mo is hindi ma-approve. But if you are really legally staying in that country and you already have the residence permit or residence ID rather than passport, you have the higher chance to invite a person that you are planning to invite to your place. So, what are the additional documents that this invitee will provide for the invitation letter? So, of course, number 1, passport, proof of identity, and as well, the residence card or residence ID. And proof of accommodation that you are willingly inviting and staying to your apartment or houses. So, what are the proof of accommodation? So, contract that, for example, if you are the renter contract or if you're the ownership contract, like that. So, just a copy. You don't need original. And of course, also entry and exit office passport stamp in the Philippines. And also, if it's a family members as well, birth certificate or marriage certificate. So, wala na siyang, wala na siyang affidavit of support or Berflechtung Serklarung pagdating sa invitation letter. Kasi, kumbaga, you're the one naman, as an applicant, you're the one can support yourself. Dun sa sponsorship letter, dun siya papasok kapag someone is really sponsoring your trip. Pero pag dito na sa inviting letter, wala na siya. Wala na affidavit of support. So, yan lang. Again, scan copy of his passport, residence permit, or residence ID card, proof of accommodation, entry and exit stamp of the when he or she entered the Philippines. Family members' documents like birth certificate and marriage certificate. Yeah. So, what if magkaiba? Ayan, additional natin. What if magkaiba ang sponsor at invitee? So, there's a chance na magkaiba ang sponsor at invitee. Of course, if there's magkaiba yung sponsor at invitee, then you need to provide 2 documents. Merong sponsorship letter at meron ding invitation letter. Yeah. So, the more documents, the more higher chance of approved chance of winning or approved visa. So, let's proceed now on how to write this kind of letter. So, how to write this kind of letter ba? The sponsorship and invitation letter. Lalo na sa mga walang idea on how to create this kind of letter. So, there's 4 parts of that letter. So, the number 1 is the header or subject. If you said the header subject, it means it is the where you plan to apply. What embassy. So, that's the first part. So, what's the subject? If it's only a sponsorship or invitation, just declare on the first part of your letter. The next, include your introduction of the sponsor or the invitee. So, now you will start to prepare your letter and introduce yourself. If you're the sponsor, introduce yourself. Like, what's your name? Include your name, your passport number, where is your living address, like that. And the next part is provide information about the person you are planning to sponsor or to invite. So after you introduce yourself, introduce as well your plan to sponsor or to invite. What's also his or her name, his or her passport, living address, and how many days he or she will stay to your place, like that, and what are the plan or activities that he like or you like to do with this person, and include as well the some itineraries, and yeah, on the last part, explain the reason why you are inviting or sponsor this person. Yeah, so that's the 4 part of the writing a invitation or sponsorship letter. That's how you will make your invitation or sponsorship letter, especially if you don't have idea on how to do it. So we are also offering visa assistance. If you have no idea, you can directly message us through our Facebook, Han&Kay, and Instagram, Han&Kay_official. So we're offering it in affordable price. As you can see on our Facebook, we have already many clients na rin na na-assist and get approved their visa. So yeah, that's how you will make the sponsorship and invitation letter. If you have some questions, just comment down below and we will try to answer your queries. And hope that you got ideas on our blog today that we shared to you guys. And thank you for watching our blog. Continue to watch and to have ideas. Don't forget to click the notifications bells and subscribe to our YouTube channel para lagi kayong updated sa mga susunod pa naming vlog na ipoprovide or share dito sa aming vlog. So thank you guys, and auf Wiedersehen. So thank you guys, auf Wiedersehen. Cheers!